the one. Water. Wet, wet.
Oh my God,
1, 2, 3.
Ronnie.
Yo, 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 yo. Okay. He gonna need a first aid kit and doing the waiting. Free.
Oh, say does that.
There you go again, putting on your own rodeo again. Yeah, you put me out just to blast that smile and last so year. But I've been here 1,000 times, I don't wanna go again. I've been here 1,000 times, 1,000 it won't be so bad, cause I don't really wanna talk about it. Many times you hurt me so much. Many times you hurt me so much.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K. GA, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. Well, Commissioner Adam Silver has a history lesson for those who would tell players to shut up and dribble. He says in 1963, Bill Russell was MVP, won a title, and stood on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial for Dr. King's I Have a Dream speech. There is a through line that exists directly from Russell to our modern players. Kevin?
That's a great story, DA. Thanks. It's still early in the season, and teams are still trying to figure out rotations. Greg, what's it like to play in a game like that tonight?
Well, for a lot of these guys, Kevin, it's all about jockeying for position, making an argument for minutes, and you want to earn the trust of your coaches.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Bagley and Stewart make up the inside pair. Cunningham is out there with Kemba Walker, and it's Burks in at the 3. And for the Rockets. Down low, it's tipped. And Walker kicks to Cunningham. Carries it from three-point range. Cunningham's got the first basket of the game for Detroit.
And the floor awareness of Walker, impressive there as he got the ball to the open man.
Rozier finds Smith. On the wing, Green. Back to Smith. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
And this is why you let Smith work inside. He's adept at knowing how to finish in traffic.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. 13 feet away. Cunningham's shot is off.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Rozier the pass to Green. With the drive. That shot no good. Cunningham with some nice D.
Well, you look at the counting numbers for Cade Cunningham. He fills up a stat sheet. The key for him moving forward, though, efficiency. And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Walker the pass to Stewart. And yes, it's good. And you talk about Cade's efficiency. Greg on a struggling team, that can be a challenge.
Yeah, without great shooters around him, he's forced into taking tough shots or turnovers. And as the team improves, though, I think the percentages should come around.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. After the basket by Detroit. And it's Rozier missing. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Stewart. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Stewart with the screen on Green. Cunningham drives in. And Cunningham with the slam.
Oh, nasty dunk there by Cunningham. This is why he went first overall. Cade's got length, skill, and athleticism.
Pass to Dermonenko. Here's Green. Cunningham with it. And Dermonenko picks him up defensively. Cunningham passes to Bagley. Cunningham on the wing. Guarded by Green. Bagley sets a screen for Cunningham. And finished off by Bagley.
Oh, defending Cunningham, boy, a challenge. You have to pay extra attention. That's when you leave someone open.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Pistons team.
Yeah, faced off twice last season, and it was a split between the two teams.
Well, you know, both of these teams know and understand when they face off, it's a very winnable game for either one of them.
So both teams making some changes here. Bay with it. Now Smith defending. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And I mean, just so difficult to corral. Sometimes you have to foul him and hope he misses. And with Ivy, he gives you the physical traits you want at guard. Long, strong, athletic, lots of upside.
Nerlens Noel checks in for Alec Burks. Now here is Smith. Pass to Barrett to stop the run. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
Yeah, and Smith doing a nice job getting his teammates involved. Terrific at spotting the open man.
And Ivy especially effective in the open floor.
Outstanding burst and speed. Plays with a high motor, and he's always in attack mode. Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling. Off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Here's Smith. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. And with the play-in tournament, single-game elimination comes to the NBA, Clark. It brings tremendous ratings in the college game. And it's good to see it, I think, here in the pros.
I agree with you 100%, Kevin. Absolutely. I mean, the midseason tournament might also have that same kind of appeal. I think those high stakes really make for compelling, dramatic viewing.
And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
1:53 left to play in the first. Here's Noel. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And it's Smith missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Ivy. No good off the back of the rim. It's trailed by 10. Nwaba finds Smith. Here's Barrett, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Oh, how about the vision from Smith? You have to know not just where, but when to deliver the ball.
Up top, Bay. Nwaba defending. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's Smith. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Greg, beyond the lottery picks, this Pistons team has a lot of young players looking to make a name for themselves.
Second-round picks are guys let go by their first team. There's an underdog quality to the roster. Guys hungry to prove they belong.
Boy, the speed and shooting Smith possesses is dangerous. I mean, a speedy point guard who continues to get better.
The shot by Ivy, no good. And so it's Capella with it. He brings it up for Houston. Trailing here by 8. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
And guys, you just can't afford to give away points from the foul line. Not in the NBA. Teams are just too talented.
Yeah, and you know, to come up short at the line is frustrating because that's controllable and it's actually a free throw. So you feel like you leave loose change out there when you don't convert.
And it's Barrett penetrating. And Barrett slams it in.
Right there on display for you was Clint Capella's continuing growth offensively. Eyes up, ready to make the next pass before he got the ball.
Shoots the three. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Detroit with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pistons.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
They've got Barrett, and it's Porter at the point guard position. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Christopher, the pass to Barrett. 6 on the shot clock. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to go on Alec Burks.
And growing up around basketball, R.J. Barrett's dad played a bunch of places. R.J. spending a lot of his childhood in France.
Greg, you know this. One of R.J. Barrett's dad's best friends, former MVP Steve Nash.
Yeah, and Nash is R.J.'s godfather, no less. So Barrett's had a chance to kind of soak in the game his entire life. And you can see that in his intelligent play on the floor.
Now here's Walker. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Noel, his second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Most of Noel's points come on the interior. Really uses his size effectively down there.
Here's Porter. The shot, no good. Now the Pistons take it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
And, you know, one of the things about missing free throws is not only are you not getting points yourself, but it allows the other team to maintain momentum or keep a rally going.
Walker, the pass to Cunningham. Here's Burks. It's rebounded by Houston. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Now, here's Barrett. He's got 8, and the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Dermanenko. Good, and a nice assist from Porter.
Fantastic job moving the ball there by Porter Jr., understanding exactly what was available when his teammates were open.
And the pass to Walker from downtown. It's rebounded by Barrett. Rockets trail by 3. Christopher, the pass to Barrett. Here's Christopher. He's covered by Noel. Christopher, no good. For Detroit, they've gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. Now, Jalen Green is on a mission. He says, every time I step on the floor, I always have something to prove to who's ever in those stands. A lot of people will hate on me or have their opinions. I'm just going to think about that when I step on the floor. I'm going to prove everybody wrong. Kevin?
That's a great chip to keep on his shoulder. David, thanks. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Barrett. There's the 3. Good on the three-point shot. Barrett's got it all tied up now for Houston.
Yeah, you close off the lane. Barrett can pull up on a dime and knock down that jumper.
Cunningham passes to Walker. Kicks it to Burks. Plenty of space. To the inside. And it's Walker that time on the assist by Bagley. And the Pistons lead by 2.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now, here's Porter. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Just 5 on the clock. Here it finds Porter and finished off by Porter.
Porter's such a terrific athlete, making it look easy as he takes off and jams it down.
And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the Detroit Pistons. Let's go back to when the Rockets traded away James Harden in 2020. How has that reset gone?
I like what it looks like, Kevin. Building through the draft. I love the young talent they've been able to acquire, and they've done it with a bunch of future first-round picks in their back pocket. So they're not done. There's more to come in drafting high-quality talent.
New lineup here for Houston. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Stewart checked in for Nerlens Noel. Bay comes in for Marvin Bagley. Diallo, he's checked in for Cade Cunningham. And Ivy subbed in for Kemba Walker. Now here's Burks. 14 points from him the last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
Boy, the timing Capella has on the defensive end. Outstanding. Terrific at knowing exactly when to go up for those blocks.
It's stolen by Smith. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Pulls up. Green, no luck. Detroit has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Diallo against Rozier. Bay wide open, and he fires. A three-pointer is right on target. Bay's got 5.
Yeah, a natural scorer. Ivy is developing into a tremendous playmaker.
11 feet away. Here's Capella. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
You've got to be aware of him at all times. He's a bully on the backboards.
Ivy kicks to Bay. Throws it up high.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Here's Green. It's hauled in by Diallo.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Now, here's Ivy. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Bay with it. Shot clock at 6. A shot by Burks. Nobody around. Another 3 for Detroit.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And he's a physical 6'8" center for the Pistons, and it's easy, Greg, to see why Isaiah Stewart has drawn comparisons to another great Piston, Ben Wallace.
Always a good thing being compared to a Hall of Famer. And Stewart, not just brawn, he's brains too. Watches film, takes notes. He wants to be great.
So here's Burks. The Rockets making the shot. Here's Bay. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Excellent activity and timing on the offensive glass. That's how you get extra possessions.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Rockets trail by 8. Rozier the pass to Green. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Green, such a hard cover because he's always in attack mode, disruptive to the defense, and makes it hard to guard him.
We are having a lot of success from the line here in the second quarter.
They've scored really well this quarter. Keep it up, and they'll find themselves right back in it.
No good off the front iron. Timeout called, the Rockets.
And they've been very loose with the ball here. They haven't been as patient, forcing things a bit, which has led to turnovers. They need to just slow down and relax.
Just 4 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Well, the Pistons on top. They lead by 6. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Coach, it's early in the season, so what can you say about how things are going chemistry-wise so far?
I love our guys. We have a great group of young men that are competing hard, and it feels good because I know our guys are totally engaged and focused and giving us what they have.
Dwayne, thanks a lot.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks.
Hey everybody, nothing like a little trade news to perk up your day. We'll take a look first at some transactions around the NBA.
Scary Terry moving to a new team. When you get Rozier, you get speed, you get scoring, and he's one tough cookie. I really like him.
Remember that player that they called the Freak a long time ago? Reminds me of him. Terry isn't afraid of that moment. In fact, he wants to take those big shots.
Good reference.
And now let's focus on our game. A strong... And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
Second half of basketball. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You know, R.J. Barrett has been exceptional here, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. Bagley and Stewart make up the inside pair. Kemba Walker is out there with Cunningham. And it's Burks in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Stewart. Walker the pass to Bagley. Got a piece of it. Rozier against Cunningham. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it. Or just a few years ago, we saw a lot of teams toying with small ball lineups. But I think you'd agree unquestionably, big men are back.
You know, Kevin, I would agree because simply when you look at it, there are a lot of really high-quality big guys that can do it inside and out. And so going small is a less frequent approach at this point, and it's one that poses a lot of challenges in my mind.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, thank you very much. The Rockets are in a full rebuild, and they have a young roster which is taking its lumps. But Coach Stephen Silas says, we very rarely give up. This team has a lot of fight, character, and grit, and we are learning. Kevin, it's a long process. It's worth doing.
Yep, no shortcuts, David, but the journey is the reward. They're building from the ground up. It's fun to watch. And we thank you for that story.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Franklin for 3. Drops in the tray. Franklin's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Pass to Walker. The tray doesn't go that time.
Only 20% from the field to start this half. To me, it looks like their opponent may have made some nice adjustments.
And with UConn back in 2011, Kemba Walker introduced himself to the basketball world. That was an absolute all-time run in the month of March.
Nerlens Noel checks in for Isaiah Stewart. Here's Franklin. 3 from the inbound. It's Cunningham with the rebound. To the paint. And Noel throws it down.
Boy, I tell you, his dunking skills are special. Noel really pounds it through the hoop when he gets a chance to.
For Kemba in 2011 with the UConn Huskies, 11 consecutive wins to close the year.
I mean, winning this conference tournament, then the national title. And keep in mind, all those games were elimination games. So Kemba showing the leadership, and that really helped propel that young man into the lottery.
And the Pistons making a change here. Dave's checked in. And here we can check out the story for Alec Burks. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Walker against Smith. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Barrett penetrating. Yep, that one goes. Barrett's got 13 points.
Making plays in traffic. This is where Barrett's most effective.
Cunningham outside. To the middle. Here's Bagley. Cunningham kicks to Bagley. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score.
Yeah, you know, he hasn't contributed well scoring the ball, but obviously his teammates have.
Diallo, he's checked in for Detroit. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Rockets. It's a 5-point game.
And when you look at the complete game of the Detroit Pistons, there are struggles on both ends of the floor, which I'm sure can feel discouraging at times.
Here's Diallo. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And how about the move he made there to come up and get himself clear in the lane for the deuce?
Ivy's checked in for Marvin Bagley. And looking at the Pistons' recent performance, Greg, which end would you want to see improve first?
Kevin, I'd have to say defense. More stops means more chances in the open floor, and it would help them keep games competitive.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And that's the kind of bucket they needed. Close game in the second half. Great finish on that one. He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Up top, Bay. He dishes it to Ivy. Back to Bay. Passes it to Diallo. There's Noel. Another shot, and the layup is up and in. Noel's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Capella inside. Noel on him. Pass to Christopher. He kicks it to Barrett. Tries again. Rebounded by the Pistons. Noel's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Smith against Walker. Noel, a screen on Smith. There's the lob to the hoop, and Noel throws it down.
Skying towards the hoop and decimating the defense with that ridiculous alley-oop dunk. Go ahead, Noel.
Now here is Smith. Off with the layup. Walker against Smith. Diallo the pass to Walker. And the foul on Dennis Smith Jr. That is his first foul of the game. For the Pistons, Stewart comes in for Noel. And it's Burks in for Kemba Walker. Stewart with the screen on Smith. Ivy kicks to Stewart. Leaves it up and in off the pretty assist. And now it's a 9-point Piston lead.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Now, here's Capella. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Another miss by Houston. Pistons leading by 9. Inside. Stewart down low. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Coming out of the floor for your Rockets.
5 seconds left to play here in the third. Smith for 3. And he beats the buzzer. Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing way to get that ball off in time.
I agree. I mean, and to have the composure to lock in and get off a shot he feels confident about, that's good work.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Pistons lead by 6. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. They've got Smith, also Clint Capella out there. Kevin Porter is out there with R.J. Barrett. And it's Christopher in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
And what's interesting about Bagley, I mean, he has solid form as a shooter. The results from distant, though, have been inconsistent.
That's tipped. To the paint. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Barrett the pass to Smith. And so Houston again turning it over. Detroit making a switch here. Walker's checked in. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Cunningham outside for Bagley. Stolen by Dermanenko. And the wide open shot from Green. That 3 off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Burks. He can't hit that time. Smith with some nice D.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
one goes in.
I'll tell you what, Rozier is a guy who doesn't back down. Matter of fact, this guy will take a hit and keep on ticking.
Cunningham against Green. Now Cunningham. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Outside, Walker lets it go with a three. No good there. And Houston the other way. Green up on top. Here's Terminenko. It's hauled in by Stewart. Stewart's got 5 rebounds tonight. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Detroit.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
Timeout call, the Pistons.
Please give a big round of applause for your Raptors, U-16.
Take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Cade Cunningham.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
They increased his role tonight after dropping their last game, and the move paid off. He's been the best player on the court by far, and now they don't have to worry about a losing streak. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, Dwayne Casey just going over the game plan with his team down the stretch. His point to them was that they put themselves in the position to succeed and that this is their game to lose. He needs to see full concentration out of every guy on the court to finish this one off. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham, a talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
And he can't hit the second.
During the last decade, the 2010s, Houston had loads of success. The 4th most wins in the league during that time. Unfortunately, they never got to the final. He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
Outside, Walker. Bagley sets a screen for Walker. Baseline J on the way. The Rockets pull it in. Capella's got 11 rebounds in the game. For the Rockets during the 2010s, Clark, all winning season.
Yeah, and you know, the biggest reason that Houston didn't reach the finals, in my mind, was the West was loaded. The Spurs were always a contender. OKC had a nice run. And, of course, during that time, the Warriors became dynastic.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. And Walker kicks to Stewart. Pistons passing it around. Shot clock at 5. Bagley with a screen on Porter. And here's Walker outside. Bagley, no good.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
They set the pick. Here's Green. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
It's as though Green always has more left in his tank. He digs deep and finds the bucket.
Hayes checked in for Detroit.
First team foul.
On the free throw, no good. Bagley with the ball. And Terminenko picks him up defensively. Got that one up quick. And the Pistons lead by 8.
And you can play Cunningham on the ball, off the ball. He's really a generational talent partly because of his versatility.
Stolen away. And now the Pistons, fast break. Here's Bay. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Cunningham's got 5 assists tonight. Pass to Dermanenko. Over Bagley. Offensive rebound. Here's Capella. The Rockets again can't hit.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Shot's good by Walker.
I think you got to play up tight on Walker. Even though he's got great quickness, he's excellent at using any space you give him to pull up for the jumper.
Dermanenko misses. Detroit leading by 13. Bay passes to Cunningham. Now here's Stewart to the left side wing. Bay, and another 3 for Detroit.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory
for the Pistons.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Cade Cunningham.
He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
It's checked in for Houston. Now, here's Ivy, guarded by Porter, and Capella sends it back. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Green, no luck. Here are the Pistons with the ball. Diallo with it, picked up by Barrett. It's deflected.
This has to energize Barrett. He needs to keep bringing this type of intensity to the defensive end.
Here's Dermanenko. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Houston foul. R.J. Barrett. First personal foul.
That free throw good from Bay.
At the line for the Pistons.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here to come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did.
Y'all stole the sauce and I watched all y'all take. I hope it tastes amazing. Consider that y'all grace. Apologize ahead of time for flying y'all face. Turn it in a cause it's not far away. Know where y'all stay. So let's keep it player while fighting. We can do all day. She wanna crash at my crib tonight, but she leave eyelashes and stupid my gon' find. With a Pikachu beanie on top of Murakami pillow eating Synagogue. A lot of come around me try to be the same, but I can't practice with no that's not in the game. I'm black, Irishman. When I started balling, I was sliding. I was in the club before I was 21. Now I'm with a savage and she 21. I used to rap 200s around 21s. What was I doing? Now I'm in Atlanta, shout out 21. Really out here. Started in the back, now I'm in the front. In a do-rag, in a beater like I'm Iverson. Yeah. They used to try to leave me out the flyer for the show. Now my trailer say it's Squad Dad on HBO. Get delivered to my... I'm in Cologne, smelling like buying cologne. Miami, it's not cold. No, we not on a boat. I'm on the river with my bros. We in trap with at least 15. I did 10,000 hours, then did 15 more. Cause I'm always trying to double my stats and team goals. In the middle like bingo, with no prize to take. So we both on the floor, but you ain't never played. You a fan, have a seat, sit down and watch the game. I'm black, Irishman, yeah. When I started balling, I was sliding. I was in the club before I was 21. Now I'm with a savage and she 21. I used to rap 200s around 21. Stupid young. Now I'm in Atlanta, shout out 21. Started in the back, now I'm in the front. Do-rag in a beater like I'm Iverson. Waved up.
no sleeping, or yawning, or whatnot. 12 running around creeping and peeping for the. We be moving with caution. The block is really hot. The block is 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 hot. They tried to me, want me hot. I won't be hot. I run and hit the corner. Hot. I'm headed for the border. Hot. Mix the with water. Hot. To my auntie. Hungary, I can't be hot. So I to my family, I hope they don't like they tryna win a Grammy. I hope it ain't an act like they tryna win an Emmy. I'm tryna get a nut, so I'm moving like I'm Sandy. I'm living underwater, I don't know how I can't breathe. Maybe it's the scuba diver air tank. Maybe it's to do it when they say I can't. Maybe it's the is what they say I ain't. But either way, I ain't taking that bait. It's 11 o'clock on the dot. I'm when the wind blows cold like December, oh yeah.